Good evening, esports fans. This is Bang on My Drums here running cams tonight alongside Patty Shep and Macho Man to bring you another exciting installment of the FIMU Alpha Overwatch League. Tonight's contest will be the Hefty Boys facing down GI Love Frogs. Gentlemen, we have got ourselves an exciting contest in store tonight, and let's hear what we're going to be looking at starting with this first lineup here.
That's right. Banging my drums. We are going to Ilios for the first map of this contest, and we should have an exciting one tonight. Both of these teams have been playing really well. I'm excited to see what our tank matchup, especially with the Junker Queen ults, or not ults, the buffs that have gone live recently, and it looks like we will have a Junker Queen starting off from Static. He's joined on the DPS line by FireEye God and Virologic on Genji and Echo. The support line for GI Love Frogs will be Liam Griffin on Ana and Lazy Turtle on the Kiriko. And over on the Hefty Boys, we got Hefty on Hog, Ziggy and Phantom Tones on DPS with Cassidy and Sim respectively, Fish on the Ana, and Zoloft fast swapping to a Kiriko to match supports from the other side. So this should be an interesting one. And we do see Static fast swapping over to the Hog as well, so it will be a battle of the Hogs to see who can get the other one hooked into the hole here on Ilios.
I'm a fan of hook v hook. I'm setting the over-under on hooks at 3, and I'm going to take the over. I think more than 3 people will get hooked this map.
He's going for 3. All right, I'm going to take the under. I'm going to put my money on the positioning. I say they're going to be able to position well, as we see the Hefty Boys are able to get first cap, and Phantom Tones is going to take out Static with a group of help over there from Hefty. And Zoloft will take out Virologic on the Genji, and they're going to have full control of this first point as they move towards 20% capture.
Well, now here we go. Now it's hook time, because now that Hefty's able to set up, I think he's just waiting for it. He's licking his chops, he's ready. So I'm ready as well.
Yeah, we also see the Sim turrets going up there to discourage or to chunk down anyone who's going to come onto point. And it looks like, oh, they're playing it very slow, but Static does get hooked in and immediately bailed out by Liam Griffin there with the Ana nade. Hefty will get the hook, and there goes Static right down the well, and without a tank, it looks like the rest of GI Love Frogs are just going to crumble and have to fall back as Hefty just moving forward, looking for some more picks, gets kicked by the Zenyatta, almost gets kicked off.
He got kicked again.
He's going to have to be careful over there. Oh, the whole Hog pushes them both right into the wall. Oh my goodness, someone's going to have to clean that wall later.
Lazy Turtle was not turtle enough for the Turtle Club on that play.
Man. Coming up on 70% for the Hefty Boys. Looking really dominant here on the first map. As we do see a swap from FireEye God over to the Ashe.
And we see Static playing Ramatra here. I think we're just looking not to maybe brawl so much and just poke, because Ramatra's range is ginormous.
Yeah, when he's not in the Nemesis form, he can definitely lay down some of that damage from nice and safe away, especially with his shield, and then Nemesis form for when you do get tanked. Ziggy with a nice pick onto FireEye God using the Magnet Grenade. The Kitsune Rush comes out from Zoloft, as do a bunch of cooldowns to immediately knock down Hefty. Vyro with the kill on that one. The High Noon is slept, and Vyro is going to fall into the well, but then pull himself back up. I might have missaw that. Vyro pulls out the Blade and is going to get 2, make it 3. Lazy Turtle gets 1 back, but it looks like it will be GI Love Frogs taking the point for the first time as Ziggy goes down late.
Did I miss something, or did I see a boosted Zoloft there? Did we nano the Kiriko?
We might have had a nanoed Kiriko there. You know, when Kiriko comes out of Swift Step right behind the tank, you know, sometimes you just you get hit with a nano, and you got to say, hey, click heads, you know?
Was that Hefty going down? Was that, did he fall off the map? No. That's all I'm looking for here, is I'm waiting. I don't know what I win if we get more than 3, but it should be a good prize.
Yeah, I believe it was Vyro who got the kill on Hefty in the last one, but it was everyone. They did a great job focusing him down to take him out before he could get take full advantage of that Kitsune. Phantom Tones and Zoloft are going to be able to find Vyro And Ziggy finds Liam Griffin, so they are down 2, but Static gets 2 back immediately. Ziggy and Zoloft are down. Bob is hooked off the map. I don't know, does that count for the over-under?
I think it counts. I think Bob's a hero.
I mean, he can hold the point for you, so, you know.
We almost saw Viral Logic getting hooked in, but... Or Fired Eye God hitting an incredible shotgun to save herself.
Oh, we will see the whole hog coming out from Hefty, but he will be bursted down as he gets antied by Liam Griffin. And it looks like they're going to be able to hold off this point, even though they had 75% capture progress for Hefty. They're stalled again and now have to make another attempt on this point.
And we're here with... We've got Ramatra ult here. We've got High Noon. We're about to see all of them in this next fight, as this will decide the map.
We are in last fight territory. Hefty and Static just going at it in the side room here, and it looks like Hefty's got some friends to help him out, and they are going to take down Static. Here comes the High Noons. Both going out, but Ziggy pulls first and takes out Vyro. Phantom Tones takes out Liam Griffin, and they are down a bunch. Zoloft takes out Fire Eye God with a nicely aimed kunai, and Hefty with the final kill on the Lazy Turtle, and that will be the first cap for unless they can get a touch. Oh, the overtime wick does eventually fall down as Ramatra falls right at the footstep, or a footstep away from that point. First map over to first round over to Hefty Boys, I should say.
Well, they are in good position to take this first map. Well, we're gonna see here. I wonder if I can be a terrible gambler and change it to 3 people in the entire map, if they'll let me do that. Twitch chat, is that okay? Am I allowed to be a terrible gambler and swap that? But we did see 1.5 heroes. I guess we can say Bob is a half hero.
It's the parlay on the.
There we go.
Hooks.
Okay. There we go. Our man in the cams. We love him.
Yeah, second leg. It's the second leg of the parlay for all those gamblers out there. See if we get any boops off the map on this one. We do see a couple of switches coming in. We will see the Junker Queen from Static. I'm interested to see how that'll play out with her recent buffs. Hefty is going over to the Wrecking Ball, and Vyro's going to get first pick, first blood onto Ziggy, which means Hefty Boys are going to be playing a man down for this first contest. As Vyro finds another one, just really punishing on this Hanzo as he looks for a flank position, and they're going to be able to move on to the point, and they're trying to push Hefty off, but Hefty! No! You can't do that! The vault plays immediately hitting the over. We now have 3 off the map. Phantom Tones will then clean up Static, and in a huge turn of events from a great ball play from Hefty, we will have first cap over to Hefty Boys. Oh my goodness, I did not see that coming.
I didn't. Everyone was close. I thought we would see something crazy, just not that level of insanity.
Just both DPS right off the map. Easy to win the fight after that one. And even with the Hanzo jump and wall climb, he booped him far enough that he wasn't able to save himself back onto the point. Really well done by Hefty there.
He's still causing trouble here in the middle. Oh, down he goes there, though.
He does go down. We see Ziggy up on the high ground, now getting targeted by Vyro, who has switched over to the Sombra to get some hacks and try to disrupt over on the Hefty Boys. Though a big dynamite from Fire-Eyed God on Ash will take out Fish and Phantom Tones. There is just Zoloft left trying to stall out for a little bit of percentage, but the cap will go over to Giella Frogs.
Deliver out, Prometheus.
Gee, I do love frogs.
See, I think I love frogs. I think that's a little something I can get a little bit more behind. Please don't ask me to describe that acronym, but I think you guys can figure it out yourself.
We got some love for Hefty in the Hefty in the chat, and also apparently some people going to do some actual gambling soon at a real casino. I guess our Gamba isn't good enough.
No, it's not officially licensed, so we're not gambling here. None of that would happen.
Hefty Boys are coming out strong for this retake as they will get a couple early picks, and then Fish is going to go and take out the Ana on point. Zoloft will finish off Fire-Eyed God. The supports are putting in work here for
4.
Hefty Boys. And Hefty gets another environmental kill. As we did see the ultimate come out there from Phantom Tones with the Symmetra wall. It didn't seem like they needed that one. They might end up wanting that one back.
I'd also like to point out to casters who haven't been in the league as long as I have, there has been a team called Man I Love Frogs.
Okay, good.
Good to
That
know.
is a thing that has happened.
Excellent.
And there's also
I know that last year there was one that was Damn I Love Frogs, right?
Yes. We've had Milk, Dilf, and Gilf. Now we just need other Gilf? I don't know.
Yeah. Gilf is probably the most just disturbing of the. Oh, Bob, not quite. He's literally standing on his toes. He's hanging. Oh, he's doing massive calf exercises just to stay on the point. As Vyro tries to keep it up, Lazy Turtle's going to come in with Lucio and give them an extra chance. Just move around here, be hard to kill. Static staying on the ball, but Ziggy is going to be able to find Lazy Turtle. Ziggy, a newcomer to the league this year, has been really playing well for the Hefty boys, as he finds the 2 final picks to secure the win for the Hefty boys for map 1.
Not only did the Hefty boys win map 1, we got 4 heroes knocked off the map, and we're about to relive 2 of them getting knocked off here. That better be. There it is. They didn't stand a chance. I would say that's 2 counts of murder, but one of them is a robot, so I don't think that counts. But
Oh, so Omnics aren't people now. Okay, I see.
I don't think so. I'm not.
Well,
a
isn't that
judge.
the whole? Isn't that the whole lore of the Overwatch universe, that the Omnics wanted like human rights, and the people were like, no, you're robots, and that's where Zenyatta comes from?
Did we just write a bunch of fan fiction just now? That
I
like,
thought
we
that
could
was
go
the
down?
actual lore.
That
If
might
anyone in
actually
chat
be
knows
the
better,
lore.
then
Yeah.
feel free to correct me.
Well, let's see. Oh, Phantom Tones with not English in the chat currently.
That would be
I'm just gonna
Johnson's famous copy pasta. I believe that is the caramel dancing, for which he is widely known.
I was about to say, I assume it's just offensive, but you know, because that's better than the copy pasta I always think of when we talk about copy pasting. It's the Vaporeon one. If you don't know what that is, don't look it up. Just don't Google Vaporeon copy pasta. You're not gonna enjoy what you read. But for those who know, you definitely know. Do we have a map type yet? Probably not.
We are waiting for the captains to figure that out. As is tradition with this new system we have, it is taking a minute for people's brains to function. It do be like that sometimes.
I mean, everyone's worked today or gone to school or done something, so like, you know, this is usually our relaxed time, and then you put us on the spot to make decisions. You know, it's pretty rough. Some of us have probably enjoyed in some extracurricular activities, whether it be the drink, the smoke, the gambling.
It is a beer league, as they say.
Literally and figuratively.
All right, we do have a swap coming in. We have Mr. Trifecta swapping in to support for Fish.
Oh, we're going to Kings.
And we are going to Kings Row.
You sure? I mean, Hefty's excited because Hefty's going to play Reinhardt.
To the surprise of exactly nobody in this league.
Yeah. Yeah. We're going to go ahead and lock that pick in. If you're looking for a parlay to take, Hefty playing Ryan is probably a lock. So we could probably pair that with Phantom Tones playing Reaper, right? And that's probably a parlay that'll hit if we're doing it here.
Absolutely.
Yep. Well, let's see. Maybe that's our next evolution here is, you know, you have Draft Kings. What about Overwatch Kings? You know? Maybe so. Or we're just waiting on ours for ours.
It is just a matter of time before we have esport betting.
I think you can, because there's a website that I know about that don't know about, that like you can bet sports on, and esports is definitely like a tab you can click on. And it's only like the huge events like the TI for Dota or like the big league tournament, you know, it's like the big things, but
Oh, well, there you go. I'm behind the times.
But here we go, we're on to Kings, and as the man that my screen name is named after, the cream will rise to the top. And we will see who's going to take this map.
Alright. Oh, that's what they're putting fish in the chat. I was trying to figure out what that symbol, if it was like an R or something. It was a fish, because fish. I get it now.
Oh, well, it looks like I missed my parlay, because Phantom Tones is playing Symmetra here.
You did call the Rhine battle.
Yeah.
So we have Static for G I Love Frogs on the Rhine, backed up by Fire-Eyed God on the Widowmaker and Virologic Imp, or Virologic LMP. I think. Oh, but it's, you know what? It is Imp because it's a capital. It's a lowercase L,
Yeah.
but it's all capital there, so I'm getting confused. Anyway, Liam Griffin, Virologic will be switching to the Hanzo. Liam Griffin on the BAP and Lazy Turtle on the Lucio. On defense, we got Hefty on the Rhine, Ziggy on Soldier, Phantom on the Sim, as you mentioned. Mr. Trifecta with the Ana this time, and Zoloft breaking out the Baptiste. As the Rhines meet at the midpoint, and this choke becomes the center point of our battle, and Hefty's just going to walk through and take out Static as Vyro takes the high ground on Hotel, but will be forced back over without a tank, and Hefty's just back in there swinging.
I didn't expect that fight to go there, because with the Lucio right next to him, I thought Static would have a little bit more maneuverability there, but Hefty just said no.
Yeah, they've got a lot of burst healing in the back line for Hefty there, so he's able to swing pretty freely as we see Phantom Tones able to go out and get the Immortality Field from Liam Griffin. So they won't have that cooled down, but now we see Hefty running back to point to deal with this flanking Reaper. Fire-Eyed God will go down. Lazy Turtle takes out Phantom Tones, a nice pick from the Lucio. An early shatter from Hefty is going to be able to knock out the team, take out Static, and Lazy Turtle and Liam Griffin will fall, and without supports or a tank, the DPS are not far behind, as it looks like. Ooh, Fire Eye is just going to hang back and point, try to get a little bit of ult charge, spamming on the Junkrat now.
Hey, whatever works. They got to do something to kind of poke this Reinhardt. I think Junkrat's not a bad option to just push him and, you know, move him around.
Yeah. Amplification Matrix comes out from Liam Griffin. They're going to use it to push onto the point, but now a reverse Amplification Matrix from Zoloft, and Zoloft combos with the ult with the tac visor from Ziggy, and Ziggy just takes 3 easily, and a 4th with the Helix Rocket, and that'll be a team kill for the Hefty boys. Very nicely played ult combo, waiting for them to get onto point before they popped that Amplification Matrix. Really good play from Zoloft there.
No, that's just one of those classic combos. You know what they say about those? They're classic for a reason.
Indeed, yeah. Great job from Ziggy, making sure to take advantage of that ultimate when it came down. Oh, another! Oh my goodness, that was a disgusting shatter on the charging Reinhardt. Pins him right into the wall, and that'll be 2 down for G I Love Frogs again, and Hefty is just running at him with this Reinhardt. You can tell that he's really comfortable on this pick. He's playing like a madman.
And chasing down Virologic at the end, just not even caring. He has no care in the world. This man's just out there. Reinhardt crushing beers, swinging his hammer. I don't know what they need to do to get around him. They might have to just change and avoid him, but I just don't know.
Yeah, we see Statics coming up here on a shatter, so maybe he'll be able to get a nice one for his team, and they'll be able to push in. As we see the B, we see the shatter does come out, but a nice lamp will keep Phantom Tones up for just a second. And it looks like G I Love Frogs is going to be able to push through here. They get a few picks onto Phantom Tones and Zoloft. Hefty finally goes down, and they will be able to take this first point. And it doesn't look like Hefty boys are going to try for a recontest here.
It looks like you called it right. Fire-Eyed God was the key to there because he was able to trap the Reinhardt by just flanking, get a trap down. And if Reinhardt can't move, like, that's it. So that was the key. That was a great swap over there by Fire-Eyed God.
Yeah, they're finding the way to work around this really stiff defense. We see Static moving over to the Ramatra as Ziggy gets some poke from the high ground. Hefty, another big shatter, takes 3 down, and Zoloft and Ziggy are just going to capitalize really, really well off these shatters. They're playing really together right now, and it looks like they're focusing their fire, making sure they're finishing off their targets really, really well right now.
Then no sooner, as we said, Fire-Eye God, he just gets chased down by the Reinhardt. It's like no one has a chance as soon as Hefty just charges in, and I feel like it's just him versus one target at a time.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see how they respond to this as we see the tire coming out from Fire-Eyed God. He's looking for a place to get in, but it will be destroyed by Hefty. No. Unfortunate, but it did give them a little bit of space to work with as they push forward. Hefty is slept onto the point as Static is nanoed. And it was pushing off the backline, but Hefty's still swinging, but the rest of his team will go down, and he will follow shortly after. As we see Fire-Eyed God making another swap onto the Bastion now.
Again, I think that's going to be another fight winner for them because, you know, I feel like that's like the second lesson you learn in Overwatch. When you see Reinhardt, you play Bastion, and you will murder his shield.
As they say, the correct response to Rhine Shield is no.
Yeah. Yeah, Bastion
gun.
definitely a great option for that shield break. Junkrat also not bad. Hanzo has some good shield break as well. So there are a lot of good options here, and it looks like Fire-Eyed God is just working his way, making sure he can find out which one works the best against Hefty, who, like I said, is playing really, really well this game. We do see a couple of picks coming out. Hefty gets Fire Strike on the Lazy Turtle, which will give him ultimate as he moves up. And we see Ziggy go down. Hefty takes out Vyro. Static is going to get rid of the Immortality Field, but he will go down to Phantom Tomes, and Hefty will take out Liam Griffin. And now Hefty is just chasing down the Bastion way off point.
Oh, no.
He's just pushing. Oh my goodness.
I want to point out that
He's way up there.
Static blocked Hefty's Shatter with a Ramatra shield. He did manage to pull that off. But
Oh,
it
he
just
did get the
unfortunately
block
wasn't
on that.
quite enough.
30 seconds remaining.
Indeed.
Oh, here we go, Doomfist. That's what we're here for, boys. We're getting it. You wanted Doom, I wanted Doom, we're getting Doom. I guess that's one way to deal with Hefty right now is just ignore him. And Doom can just go back there and murder backline, so see if that's gonna pay off for him.
Seeing some early ults coming out. Both Symmetra walls come up, which means this point is just bisected in half. No one can really do anything except Hefty's just going to walk onto the other side and immediately get taken down. Ziggy gets one with the visor. Ziggy takes out another. Fire-Eyed God is down. It looks like there are only 3 left on point. For G.I. Love Frogs, Lady Turtle is very low. He's able to keep his team up. Liam Griffin with a great sleep onto Phantom Tones to give his team some time to come back, and Static is back, and it looks like they might have a chance to push this for second point. Ziggy's still up there on the high ground, and now he's going to come down and contest to make sure they can't cap it. Is immediately taken out by a combination of Symmetra turrets and some support damage in there as well, and they will be able to break through the line and capture point 2.
Doom with just a great play to block Hefty from getting on point and chasing him away. Well, looks like they're getting value out of the Doomfist already.
Yeah. You know, sometimes when you see a lot of swaps coming through, it can be a sign that a team is uncomfortable, but it really looks like they're just trying to find what works best, and they're making it work for them. So I'm excited to see what comes here in our last point, as we do see a bunch of picks coming out early from the Hefty boys. They will be able to clean up this point and get their momentum back as they move up to hold of this first corner of the third point.
And Hefty, in typical Hefty fashion, is going to play right in front of their spawn, it looks like, for a little bit.
We do see a swap onto the Tracer. And then the Doom heading for the backline. He's going after those supports. Mr. Trifecta is low, but Ziggy is able to bail him out and take out Static. Hefty gets 2. Lazy Turtle and Pyro going down. Liam Griffin not long after. A really nice Immortality Field from Zoloft is able to block the damage from Fire-Eyed God. And that's a really nice play. If you can neutralize an ultimate with your Immortality Field, that's a good Baptiste play. Oh, the flank shatter from Hefty, and then the Ziggy with the attack visor just from behind with the Amplification Matrix from Zoloft too. They saved all of those ultimates to make sure they could get good value here. A couple will go down, but Static is able to fight back. He's able to get a couple picks, and they're looking to hold this point. Static is the only one left. Can he stall long enough for his team to get back? But he will be pushed off point by Hefty, and that means the Overwatch, or the overtime wick will burn down, and round 1 will end with 2 points captured.
And that was... They just had a hard time doing with Ryan. I mean, it's easy for us to sit here and say, hey, just deal with the Reinhardt. But as we know, Hefty is one of the best Reinhardt players in the league right now, so it's a lot easier said than done. And sometimes you gotta... The hero swaps, like you said earlier, sometimes they're, you know, it's a sign of someone who doesn't know, but sometimes it does work. There's a saying that we like to use, sometimes maybe good, or sometimes maybe shit. You know, it could go one of two ways. And it's hard just because it's easy to kind of, you know, you think you know how to counter Ryan, but it'll be interesting. I think Hefty plays Ryan again here, but it'll be interesting to see if Static can play a little bit better defensively. And we did see last map that they were able to, GLF Frogs was able to, like, once they held, they were able to kind of figure it out. So I see them, I can see them holding this pretty well.
Oh yeah, definitely winnable for GI Love Frogs. They were able to push pretty well into that third point, and so the real, I think the real challenge here is going to be either going to be able to, or the goal for them will really be able to stop them at second point, or really hold that first corner like we saw the Hefty boys able to do. If they're able to do either of those things, they've got a solid chance of winning this.
I do like this swap here from Phantom Tones on the Sombra. We've seen in this league well. He does a real good job of just getting back there and being annoying. You just hack people and they can't really function.
Ooh, Fire Eye God with a cheeky kill onto Mr. Trifecta on the Moira now. As we see Hefty moving on to point, positioning very aggressively, but they are giving him the space. Static now going up to challenge, making sure he doesn't step too far. And now Hefty's a little split from his support. Zoloft repositioning to give him a little bit of healing. As we see Pyro and Fire Eye really just trying to break that shield down, make sure he's not able to comfortably position out in the open like that.
They did get the hack, but they weren't able to bring him down, so Phantom Tones not getting the value out of what he thought he was going to do.
And we do see Ziggy playing the Widowmaker here, looking for some picks on the squishies, but they're playing very nicely behind Hotel so that they can't get picked, but that does mean that they're giving up points. So if they don't come into contest, and now that a couple picks have come through on Static and Liam Griffin, I do not think they will be able to hold this. Fire-Eyed God does go for a touch, but is immediately hacked and then shot by Baptiste. Oh, as Pyro swaps to the Widow and starts clicking on heads. Zoloft and Ziggy go down to headshots.
Pyro heard what you said about not getting value from a sniper and was like, I'll show you value right there.
That kid can aim. I'll tell you what.
Oh, there's a huge shatter. Huge.
Another shatter, and we see the amplification matrix coming out from Lazy Turtle there. Unfortunately, not going to be able to get much off of that as they're immediately pushed back and killed off point. Zoloft pushing the point forward as Hefty and Ziggy and Phantom Tones are just running on the rest of this team with Mr. Trifecta up there trying to keep him healthy.
But Liam might be the unsung hero of that push because he was able to sleep Hefty out of a charge, and I think if Hefty got that charge off, they all would have been murdered. So Liam Griffin coming through, I think, able to save at least a little bit at this point.
Yeah, being able to get a second contest here, or maybe even if you can give yourself time to get a third contest, that could be really big, especially with not getting a full cap on their offense. Static will get a pick onto Hefty with the Fire Strike as Fire-Eyed God takes out Ziggy with the Rift Tire. Static will then take out Zoloft as they will reassert dominance on this point, and they are able to get a nice stop halfway through the Streets phase, which might mean they're able to contest a third time if they do lose, if they're able to get enough backwards progress onto this cart.
You do see Static gonna show up to this fight with the shatter, so that right there could win them a chance. We've got Virologic throwing ult down, so they now know exactly what's coming to them.
Yeah, you
I
see
wonder
him
if we're
playing
gonna get
that
a-
high ground, really trying to look for any of those squishies peeking where they shouldn't be, and he's going to drop behind them as the shatter comes out from Hefty, or from Static, I'm sorry. Static drops it, but Hefty is the one who's able to charge in and get some kills with the assists from Zoloft on the amplification matrix, and now he's going to run over to Vyro, who does fall to Phantom Tomes on the Sombra there. So a really nice, clean fight from the Hefty boys, in order to take second point.
Here we go. Static has said, "Hey, Reinhardt, I don't care about you. I'm gonna play Orisa and just shove you away." I do like those picks.
Orisa does have gun, as was previously mentioned. We do love gun.
Gun and propeller to push you away. There it is.
Oh! A massive play from Static to keep Hefty off the ground, keep him from following through on that shatter as he's taken out. Phantom Tomes does get a pick onto Vyro. Mr. Trifecta pops Coalescence to get Fire-Eyed God. It is neck and neck, but Liam Griffin goes down, and Static's on this point by himself. The rest of his team's getting zoned off. He will fall, and it looks like it will be map 2 over to the Hefty boys.
That was a great round. Great rounds in the chat. We love to see the sportsmanship.
Play of the game.
And Hefty with play of the game. I think we all probably saw this coming.
Yep, one of those fat shatters he had.
Was that the first one?
I think that was, let's see, this is defense. Yeah, I think that was the first one.
I'm just coming out of nowhere. I mean, we see it now, but I've said it every time. Map 3 is my favorite when a team is down 2-0 because you've got nothing to lose. Like at this point, Gilf they don't have to you don't have to try to big brain or anything. You just say, play your best heroes, and that's it. So you do really get to see some great Overwatch on map 3 because they're just relaxed. They don't have to worry about it. If they lose, it is what it is. They can't lose more. Let's see.
So it looks like we will have Fire-Eyed God moving on to Tank for G I Love Frogs, and Static moving on to Deeps.
Let's see. See, we're getting the fun times. I'm just hoping we get to see something fun and something spicy. You know, maybe we get to see a diva here. Ball's always fun, and I like watching Doomfist.
Yeah, we will have an escort map, which means I do need to switch sides. Yes, right, Jonah? I'm not making that up. Yay!
Them's are the rules.
And then while we switch sides, we have to talk about how nobody likes this map type. We have to say it every time. We're contractually obligated. Jonah actually told me that I can't cast anymore unless I repeat this verbatim every time. That escort is just the worst. You have to push this robot. He's annoying.
I think you mean push and also.
Oh, going to push.
You're wrong.
I'm wrong? I mean, I'm wrong about a lot
Here's
of
what I
things.
will say about push, because this is something that Shaka Khan and several other very high-ranking players in the league have said to me. It is definitely not everyone's favorite map type, but that is because it is a map type that is not necessarily about who is the better team, it is about which team has the better strategy. It is about deciding when and how to take fights. It is about essentially, it is about your planning more than it is about who is empirically, I guess, the better in terms of who does more damage and more healing. It is about who wins how many fights and in what order. It's the most chess-like of the Overwatch map types, because as long as you win a certain number of fights in a row, you can win a map of push, and you don't need to push the robot all the way to the end. You just need to push it slightly more than the other team. So it becomes a game of strategy and a game of give and take, which is challenging because you want to make that hero play. You want to jump in there and beat the crap out of people. But the tricky thing with push is you can't do that. You have to win or lose the fight quickly in order to have a chance to recontest.
Yeah, that's just a lot of strategy. I just want to use big gun kill hero.
I mean, listen, that is a fair request. Well, we are going to escort, not push. An escort is fine.
Escort is fine. We're just prepping you for map 4. Just take everything I say right now. And when G I Love Frogs wins this map, we'll go to push and we'll revisit this.
Let's see, it looks like the selection for our escort map will be Havana.
Unana.
Unana, as they say.
Iron Brew in the chat saying push is just long deathmatch. At Bang on My Drums. After he posts.
That is an opinion.
Iron Brew doesn't.
Yeah, I will say I had a similar. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
No, I was gonna say I think Iron Brew has the ability to make us disappear, right?
I think he is a Twitch moderator.
No, he's a Twitch mod, but he doesn't have the power to mess with us in Discord. I don't think. Maybe he does. I'm not sure. Hopefully not.
If Bang on My Drums disappears in the next 5 seconds, you know that he does.
Initiating match.
Yeah, to jump in on that push discussion from earlier, I felt very similarly when it first came out that I did not love it very much, but once I was explained what Jonah was saying, someone was like, hey, you just gotta play it a little bit smarter, and I was like, oh, my brain works in Overwatch too. Which was something, to be fair, I did not think about very much before the last couple of years. I was what they call a quick play Andy for a very long time, which nothing wrong with that.
It looks like we've got a lot of changes coming out from both lineups here, though.
Yeah, definitely. We see for the defenders, we've got Fire-Eye God on tank now, playing Sigma, Static on the Tracer, Vyro on Widowmaker, Liam Griffin on Zenyatta, first time we've seen this match, and Lazy Turtle on Baptiste. Attacking, so far we've got Ziggy on the Junker Queen, Hefty on Widowmaker, Phantom Tones on the Sombra, Fish on Moira, and Zoloft on the Kiriko. We'll see how this one goes. Two very different different comps, save for the Widowmaker.
And 2 new tanks, so that's what's interesting to see. Is we got used to Static and Hefty swinging big hammers at each other. It'll be interesting to see with both how this is going to go with Fire and God versus Ziggy.
Yeah, I play with Ziggy a decent amount outside of the league, and I know his Junker Queen can be gross. So we'll see how this one goes. As Vyro is going to get a couple early picks on the Widowmaker, going to take out the counter Widow, as Ziggy has to retreat to try to stay alive there. Vyro's going to continue taking out members of his team. Zoloft and Fish go down. Lazy Turtle with the pick there onto the Moira. Oh my goodness. Headshots galore. Liam Griffin gets in. They've just got this long sightline locked down. Vyro is playing out of his mind right now.
Yeah, and then with Liam, with the Zenyatta, you get a 3rd DPS hero, essentially.
So we do see Phantom Tones trying to sneak up on Vyro up top. He does get the hack, and Vyro's going to be able to slip away as Zoloft takes out Static. Looks like they have a pick, so they're going to move forward. Ziggy swapping over to the Zarya. Another favorite pick of his. Liam Griffin's doing a great job keeping that Discord orb, but Hefty's going to zoom in on Genji and take out Liam Griffin. Vyro going to take out Hefty as a trade back, and it's going to be a slow push as G I Love Frogs looks to soft regroup here as they pull back a little bit with 3 members and wait for the rest of them to come in. Static now back is going to come in from the back line. Takes out Zoloft with some help from Lazy Turtle. Hefty takes out Static, and Liam Griffin on the Zenyatta takes out Ziggy with another headshot. Phantom Tones is going in here, tries to gets a hack onto Fire-Eyed God, and is trying to poke him off of the point, but is immediately killed upon recalling by Lazy Turtle. A nice shot and prediction of the teleport there by Lazy Turtle.
Looks like JLF Frogs, the supports have just come out and said, you know what? We'll do damage this round. Don't worry about it. And as I said it, Liam Griffin taking down Hefty.
Yeah, when you've got yeah, well, and you know, Vyro's gotten a good number of picks, but when you've got a Widow and a Sombra, you can get so much chip damage, and plus the Zenyatta Discord just makes it nice and easy for anyone to go and clean up that kill.
Well, we've got the power of science coming out soon from Fire Eyed God, so it'll be interesting to see how that's used here.
As the Kitsune Rush is popped from Zoloft, we have some more ults ready, but there it goes. The grab is pulled in, but there's no follow-up on the grab as Liam Griffin is able to pull out. Oh no! Liam Griffin uses the Transcendence, but a nice grenade from Fish is able to neutralize it, and they're able to get some picks, and they're pushed. A really, really big grenade from Fish to make sure that Liam Griffin couldn't get as much value off that Transcendence as he needed to.
And I think Fire Eye God used science there, but nobody converted. I don't think he got anyone, and he paid for it with his life. So Fire Eye God played Reinhardt. There we go.
Oh no! See, he was doing the thing where you don't use it the first time, so you can do the glitch the second time. Oh, actually, you do see him switching over to Reinhardt.
Yeah,
I'm sure most of you have probably seen the video of the Sigma floating glitch, which is big funny, but also big illegal in league matches. So don't do it, friends. Don't do it.
But quick play. There
A
you
quick
go.
play though. Go ham.
No, I just don't know who I give the edge to here in Ziggy versus Fire Eyed God right now.
Oh, we see Static coming in and popping the EMP, which gives them the upper hand there, I'd say. And 3 will go down from from the Hefty boys, I mean. And they will be able to clean up that fight. GLF Frogs a nice defense here in second point.
Realized if we can convince Ziggy, oh there it is. I was like, if we convince Ziggy to swap to Reinhardt, they have the exact same lineup. But Phantom Tones has just swapped to his tried and true here.
Yeah, we see Ziggy pushing through. They're able to push Fire Guide off, but he is able to stay alive with some help from the supports back there. Liam Griffin is going to be able to get Hefty with some help from the Sombra there. And Ziggy, oh, a knife kill onto the Reinhardt. Feels good when you get those. The knife feels a little bit better now with that buff to its size. And Ziggy's just walking on the supports, and Viro's trying to discourage that, but he is forcing them back into the room. But oh, here comes Firehead. God, he's gonna push Ziggy all the way back, but Ziggy's still finding it as the DPS are just dueling on point. We have a nano blade coming out for Virologic. He's gonna go on to Fish, and Fish will go down. But there are 2 down for Hefty boys, so it's looking pretty even until those last couple picks come in. Liam Griffin and Virologic going down, meaning it will be the point for, well, as soon as this Reinhardt goes down. Well, they're not focusing the damage. The ultimate comes out. It looks like they might have a chance to recontest here if they're able to get the Sombra onto point, but they're actually just going to let it go. They're going to back out, regroup, and recontest in the early part of this Phase 3. Viro going in, trying to get some damage onto Ziggy, does force out the lamp from Zoloft, and Ziggy is able to capitalize and gets Fire-Eyed God. And they are just pushing heavily. Hefty with a headshot onto Lazy Turtle. Virologic returns the favor, and Hefty is still just shoving on this Genji. You know, I thought his Rhine play was aggressive, but whew.
And now, on the JQ, as you said it before, you were saying Ziggy, that's there, and it looks like now they're getting that value out of it. I don't know what changed between. Oh, we almost saw Reinhardt fall off the map there.
Wouldn't want that happening.
Not again.
Not again. We've had too many Reinhardts off the map. As we see Static going in for some hacks, does get one onto Fish, but not able to get any kills as Phantom Tones goes in for the backline with an ultimate. Death Blossom takes out Virologic and Liam Griffin. Hefty is able to take out the tank as well, so they are able to push in here, and they're going to have only one chance to recontest this before they're at the final. And the shatter comes out. Hefty has taken 2 with him, though. Oh, he doesn't even go down. It's a team wipe for the final point, and that will be a full push for Hefty boys. Goodness, sorry. I keep seeing not Hefty in the tank and thinking it's G I Love Frogs, but that is not the case.
They just had to swap it up on us, right? But
yeah, making our lives harder over here.
just can't believe on that fight what we saw is Ziggy just ran at Fire Eyed God. Like, there was no, like, you know, we talked about it. There was no chess match. There was no big brain. It was just, I'm going to run at you as JQ, and you're going to figure it out. So it looks like Ziggy's great play mixed with that JQ buff was what, especially those second and third points, is just what kind of did it for him.
Yeah, definitely. Excited to see how they come back from this, knowing that they're going to have to full cap as well. To keep themselves in this match. See if they can force the round 3, force the overtime. Maybe get out with a. Let's see. This is escort, so there is no draw, right? It just keeps going, right? That's only on hybrid. Things that I'm trying to remember.
Yep.
That is
right.
okay. Good.
This is for all the marbles right here.
All right. So if Hefty boys are able to stop him here without a full cap, then that is game, set, match.
Here we go. We see Fire Eye God pulling out the JQ.
Yeah. So if you're a fan of map 4s and map 5s, let's hear it for G I Love Frogs. Let's see if we can get a map 4 going in here.
Get some frogs in the chats.
Where are the frogs at, guys?
Exactly.
Alright, we do see on offense from GLO Frogs, Fire Eyed God on the Junker Queen, like he said. Static on Hanzo gets a nice pick after Hefty, also playing Hanzo, gets a pick onto Vyro. Vyro on Widowmaker. Liam on the Mercy now. Lazy Turtle on Kiriko. The defenders running Junker Queen, Hanzo, Symmetra, Ana, and Baptiste. As we got some early fighting going on here. The Junker Queens are just duking it out on point, and Ziggy is able to find Vyro as he tries to retreat back to his team. Hefty gets a nice pick onto Static, playing that Hanzo pick, finding a lot of value already, lots of headshots, and a team wipe for the Hefty boys on this first engagement.
It looks like the key here wasn't just the Junker Queen versus Junker Queen combat, it was Hanzo. And just all those headshots. We have the dragon coming out already, so.
Yeah, Hefty was able to farm that ult incredibly fast. The Static's now making the swap over to Cassidy, so definitely going to be behind in that ultimate game. Ziggy's just hanging out on point, making sure they can't go anywhere, and does take out Vyro. This Junker Queen is a very strong champion now. Something definitely not to be taken lightly. Ziggy is really playing very nicely on this point, and Hefty is just playing right behind him, getting a ton of value. But Lazy Turtle is going to find a pick onto Phantom Tones, and Liam Griffin takes out Hefty, so the supports for GI Love Frogs saying we're not going down easy, as Ziggy throws in the Rampage, but does get slept, so not a lot of follow-up available on that, even though they did also commit the Amplification Matrix. Vyro goes down as Static takes out Zoloft. The Kitsune Rush comes out from Lazy Turtle, and the Dragons on the flank from Hefty, or from Hefty there away from the back.
Oh yeah, we saw Nanoed Ziggy there. We still have Fire-Eyed God and Static both with ults.
Yeah, lots of ults coming out as there goes Fire-Eyed God with the Rampage. Looks like Hefty boys are just going to back up off that engagement and try not to lose anybody off of that ultimate, and it looks like they will successfully do that, but Ziggy's taking a lot of damage now, but the lamp is there to make sure he does not fall, and Fish has a nice spot on this high ground. Static takes out Hefty with a high noon, but Phantom Tones takes out Lazy Turtle, and Fish gets the final tap onto Liam Griffin. Some Ana on Ana action going on there. Zoloft pushing to take out the Baptiste, and Ziggy finishes off Vyro. I will say some of these fights have been pretty extended, and I don't know if that's necessarily a good thing for GLO Frogs right now.
It was earlier when they were able to kind of slowly push, but now that their push has stopped, I think this definitely favors Hefty boys.
So we see the big blade coming out from Vyro is able to take out Phantom Tones as Static takes a shot and gets Hefty in the head. Vyro is still up there on the high ground trying to duel this Ana and get her to leave her perch, and he does. Well, she doesn't, and he kills her for it. Fish going down there on the Ana. Zoloft goes down to Lazy Turtle, and now it's just Ziggy on point. for Hefty Boys, and he will eventually fall, but it looks like he stalled long enough that they might get one more touch. I'm not sure if it looks like they're trying to position for it. Oh, maybe not, as Hefty peeks and is immediately taken out by Static.
Yeah,
And that is kind of a misguided touch there, as they aren't able to get on before the point was capped, and now they are down a few members for this first engagement, which means good news for G I Love Frogs. They're going to be able to get some free progress on the payload here as they clean up the end of this fight, as Ziggy's really doing his best to try to get out here, and his Zoloft behind him doing an excellent job making sure that they don't lose even more. But Fire Red God says, screw your healing, get antsied. I'm going in, and gets
Huge
used the rampage to take out Ziggy and continue this free progress on the cart. That's a really good use of the ultimate from Fire Eyed God there.
I think Fire Eyed God saw blood, you know, you get that touch, you get that pick, and he was like, I'm just gonna run at you. And again, that seems to be the theme here with Junker Queens is, I'm gonna run at your face, do something about it.
We see the rampage coming back, and the Junker Queens just running in, going after each other. No one's gonna go down yet. Everyone's looking pretty healthy. Hefty takes a little bit of damage, but is able to find some cover. Static also looking for cover. Nice and far off in the backline now, but Liam Griffin is gonna go down, as well as Fire at God to the. Is that a double knife kill? Was that 2 kills with 1 knife?
And I think everybody on the side of Hefty Boys used their ultimate there. We saw
we did see 4
them.
ultimates come out from Hefty Boys, so an expensive fight. But I'm more concerned with the double knife kill there. Is that even legal?
I guess we'll have to talk about it, but as of right now, it is.
That's crazy. That's crazy. Ziggy trying to hold at this door here, but Static is going to go around the side and take out Fish. Static moving on to the Sojourn, able to get instant value, as Vyro will go with the blade. Was that the Nano Blade? It was the Nano Blade to take out 2 and finish up that fight. So it looks like they're going to be able to get second point. And if you're a G I Love Frogs fan, you are looking good right now.
And it looks like we're about to see Rampage out of both sides here soon, so...
Yeah, they're they're farming these ultimates incredibly fast on this hero, with the buffs to the just the amount of ammo she has and the amount of healing that she gets. Her sustain in fights is really, really good right now. Phantom Tomes is very low, able to be picked off by Lazy Turtle, as Phantom Tomes does get 1, so it's a 1-for-1 there. But here comes the rampage from Ziggy. Hefty capitalizes to take out Vyro. Ziggy slashes Static in the back, and they're gonna push Liam Griffin off the point. Oh, but Ziggy is slept. A nice sleep from Liam Griffin there, as the reverse rampage comes out from Fire-Eyed God, and a nice lamp from Zoloft, but not enough to keep her alive, as Vyro will get the final kill there. Ziggy does take out Fire-Eyed God, so they're down a tank. And it looks like that might stall the progress, unless they're able to take Ziggy out here. But the Ana is putting in work down there, just saying, stay alive, my queen. Get down, Mr. President.
Yep, it's good old Arnold Schwarzenegger, just pump you up. That's, some would refer to as a pocket.
30 seconds.
Indeed, yeah. And letting the Ana play for free in main like that, you're going to have a hard time securing kills. If Fish gets to keep doing that. Zoloft with a nice pick onto Liam Griffin, and the Kisune coming out from Lazy Turtle. Ziggy is nanoed though, so it's going to be tough. The rampage comes out, and it is a slaughter. They are immediately able to clear out the rest of that team, and it looks like Hefty Boys are saying, this is ours. Game, set, match. Hefty Boys take the game.
It looked there like they looked like the GLO Frogs. I thought they were gonna do it, but in this play of the game looks like it's is this the Nano Blade?
Yeah, it's probably one of them. Oh, where he jumped over the shatter too. Oh, gross. Yeah, some really good moments from both teams. I don't think the 3-0 tells the whole story. We had some really good plays from G I Love Frogs today. And overall, a really great match to watch.
Yeah, I think the support play that kind of went a little unnoticed, but both teams were really, their supports really carried them. So it was definitely fun to watch. Hopefully you enjoyed it as well.
Yes,
That's all we
thank you
have
all
today.
very much for joining us for this rendition of the FIMU Alpha Overwatch League. Remember to like, follow, subscribe, and use your Twitch Prime if you haven't already.
Please use it on us. Obviously, we need it. We gotta pay for some better stuff, and stuff costs money. So please give it to us.
Oh, go for it, Joan.
All right, well, that is going to do it for tonight's game, folks. Thank you all for watching, and we will see you possibly tomorrow night for the contest of Friday night's scheduled match between, if I could remember, but I can't. So we're gonna look at the events. It's Ido's Missing Arm versus Grand Slams tomorrow. So for you Flame Chaser fans in the chat, and be sure to tune in for that. 9 p.m. Eastern, 8 p.m. Central. We'll be here, and we'll catch you on the flip side.